Sarajevo is a city with a rich architectural past. This documentary will explore the three main influences and styles of architecture: Ottoman, Austro-Hungarian, and Yugoslavian. We will also briefly mention modern architecture in Sarajevo. The city of Sarajevo was originally founded in 1461, with Basharcia, or Old Town, being established by the Ottoman Empire. This part of the city was used for commerce primarily. Here you will find the historic Sebi Fountain and the Gazi Huzrev Beg Mosque. Constructed by Mehmed Pasha Kukovica in 1753, Sebi is one of the most recognizable landmarks in Sarajevo. The fountain is constructed in Ottoman style and located in Pigeon Square. Located only 100 feet away is the Gazi Huzrev Beg Mosque, exemplifying the Ottoman architecture of the period. This mosque is one of the biggest and most important in the region. There is one dome at 85 feet tall, and one minaret standing at 154 feet. Another very important building is Gazi Huzrev Beg's Bezistand, a covered market which used to be a very important center of commerce in the Ottoman era, but is now more of a tourist attraction. Leaving Old Town, we head to the banks of the Miljatska River to the historic Latin Bridge. The west end of the bridge was the site of the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, effectively starting World War I. The bridge itself is the oldest in the city, likely built in 1565 in Ottoman style. In 1878, after 400 years of Ottoman rule, Sarajevo became part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. This new rule brought a completely different style of architecture to the area. To commemorate the point where these two cultures meet, the East Meets West monument was established. Just outside of Vasharcia is the walking street Farhadia. Both sides of the street surround you with Austro-Hungarian influenced buildings, much different than Old Town. Looking from across the Miljatska River, we can see the University of Sarajevo Law Building, a great example of Austro-Hungarian architecture in Sarajevo. Looking just to the right, we can see the Central Post Office. This building was designed by Josip Vantash, a Croatian architect who designed some of the most famous buildings in Austro-Hungarian Sarajevo, including the Central Post Office here, the Presidency Building, and the Sacred Heart Cathedral, all in the Viennese style Vantash studied. Vantash also was interested in blending and adapting these styles to fit with the Bosnian architecture already existing in Sarajevo. The Sarajevo Cathedral was built in the Neo-Gothic style and completed in 1887. Vijećnica, the city hall, was completed in 1896 in the Neo-Moorish style. The building was restored in 2013 after the war. Unfortunately, the building also contained a library, and 1.5 million books and manuscripts were lost. Here we are in Grbavica, one of the many communist neighborhoods established after World War II. These buildings are all residential, built for the workers of Yugoslavia. We are now in the neighborhood of Alapashno. This particular style of architecture is very unique to this area of Sarajevo. Also in the neighborhood of Alapashno is the Radio and Television of Bosnia and Herzegovina building. This building is a perfect example of brutalist Yugoslavian architecture. Towards the city center, we will find the neighborhood of Marindvor, containing the Holiday Inn, Unitic World Trade Towers, Sarajevo City Center, the Parliamentary Assembly, and the Greece-Bosnia-Herzegovina Friendship Building. The Holiday Inn Hotel was constructed for the 1984 Winter Olympics in Sarajevo. The Unitic Towers were built in the 1980s and heavily damaged during the Bosnian War. The Unitic Towers are now offices. The building here with 5 stories is the Parliamentary Assembly of Bosnia and Herzegovina, and the building to the right, with 21 stories, is the Greece-Bosnia and Herzegovina Friendship Building. The Council of Ministers meets here. Vječna Vatra, or Eternal Flame, is a post-World War II monument commemorating the liberation of Sarajevo by the Yugoslav National Army from the fascists, finished in 1946. After the Bosnian War in 1995, almost all of the city was destroyed. However, the city center has all but been rebuilt. New modern buildings have been built such as BBI Center, Sarajevo City Center, and the Avaz Twist Tower. BBI Center is a modern-styled shopping mall near the center of the city with around 125 stores. The top floors are headquarters for Al Jazeera Balkans. Sarajevo City Center is a shopping mall that will contain a 5-star hotel and offices in its all section. These areas are still being built, but the shopping center is operational. In conclusion, Sarajevo is a beautiful city. The mix of old and new architecture gives the city a very distinct cosmopolitan feel. The architecture represents the meeting of East and West in a way that is very unique to Sarajevo. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. Thanks again.